folks, my name is Gary Schaefer. I'm author of the ebook / application Nuts and Bolts Multi-Tiered Systems of Support, a basic guide to implementing preventative practice in our schools and community. If you heard me say that, you heard it right. I did say this is an ebook / application hybrid, and this is just an introduction as to what this resource will do for you in implementing multi-tiered systems of support, so that you are clear that you are getting a great product that will provide you readily available resources and endless support throughout multi-tiered systems of support. It will make multi-tiered systems of support simpler for you, and it will make the research behind multi-tiered systems of support simpler for you and easily defined. So without further ado, this is a touch-based ebook application, and the program what it does is that I simply scroll down, and if I want to go to the table of contents, that's all I do is I sit here and I look at the table of contents and I simply click. Okay, now I'm at the table of contents, alright? So, multi-tiered systems of support. What are multi-tiered systems of support? If I have an interest in that topic, I simply zoom in on it real quick to show you, and I touch it, right? And when I touch it, it will take me to that answer. The reason I did this is because it allows the reader to gain easy access to the resource on an as-needed basis instantly. We are a consumer-based society where we want information quick, we want it easily, and we want the evidence-based as quick as we can to see how we can utilize it as effectively as possible. If I'm a practicing school psychologist or administrator or teacher or even mental health practitioner, I don't want to have to flip through a huge textbook to find the answer that I'm looking for. This book does just that. It gets right down to the point. It's easy to use, and it provides you resources and interventions and ongoing support through videos to do just that. Now, taking you through this a little bit more, we can scroll, right? Let's just say I'm interested in finding more about what areas does multi-tiered systems of support focus on. Simply, I go into the video, and I need more support with that, so I click it. And when I click it, it's instantly going to bring up the video, in which I will begin taking you through how to implement multi-tiered systems of support in a short snippet, and hopefully it will provide you the guidance needed to do so. If you need further assistance with that, throughout this book, it's not just me talking. We have a number of nationally known school psychologists talking on this book to provide you video guidance on positive behavior interventions in sports, suicide intervention and prevention methods, and also attendance. So all those methods are covered under multi-tiered systems of support. With that being said, I'm going to go back to the ebook because you can see that I'm providing you video guidance here. And let's just say I want to go back to the video, and I want to search out a little bit more about multi-tiered systems of support and what multi-tiered systems of support indeed looks like. Right here I provide you an easy chart to do that, and I provide you the steps as to how to implement multi-tiered systems of support. Alright, so those steps are available. I listed off multi-tiered systems of support and the domains that are housed within multi-tiered systems of support, and I provide you the steps to implement them easily, effectively, and efficiently. Now, let's just say I'm looking for resources to how to track social emotional behavior deficits in children, and I don't know really what to use. We have great resources in here from James McDougall and Jack Naglari, such as the BEMIS and Deverell or Decimini, which will do that for you. And let's just say I don't really know which one's better to use for the children that I am experiencing in my school district, or maybe I like one measure better than the other, but I don't know the research base behind them, and I don't want to have to look around. Simply click on this, right? Click on the BEMIS. It's going to take me right to the BEMIS, and it's going to explain James McDougall's measure of the BEMIS 2 to measure social, emotional, and behavior supports for children. If I go back to the document, and let's just say I need further guidance on maybe RTI. I know a lot of you are clamoring at the bit for more further guidance in RTI and what's best evidence-based practices for it and how to proceed and how to know and move a kid from a tier 1 to a tier 2 to a tier 3 and back to a tier 1. I'm going to provide that for you. And I'm going to provide that for you as a chapter. I'm going to provide that for you via video guidance. And also what we're going to do is we're going to provide that for you via flow chart. And as you can see, there's a flow chart right there outlining response to intervention. And it'll tell you the procedures to use to get a child from tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3 and vice versa. And this is not just any flow chart, folks. This is an evidence-based flow chart. This is not something that's made up. Everything has been researched effectively to the point where we're not just making things up here. This is all best evidence-based practice according to what the literature says, so you have no doubt that what you're doing is going to work if it is implemented effectively and with fidelity. Now, let's just say I want more, and I need to know a little bit more about a topic such as mental health support for children and multi-tiered systems of support. I'm going to go home, right? I go home, right? And that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to my table of contents, and I'm going to say, I'm going to go to what is social emotional multi-tiered systems of support. And when I do that, I see John Kelly, and what I'm going to do is Dr. John Kelly, who's not only just a nationally known psychologist, probably an internationally known psychologist at this point, school psychologist for that matter, one of the best in the business, is going to tell me about that. And I'm going to simply click on him, and he's going to take me through that. He's going to take me through why it is important for students to go through multi-tiered systems of support and how to prevent for that. He'll tell you about himself, and also with this manual, you'll get all our emails and accesses for further consults. So let's just say you want to set something up and you're kind of confused, or your district's kind of confused on response to intervention. Simply click on the link, and we will get you the author's or the speaker's biography, and we'll also get you their contact information. So here's John. This is John's biography, and he can be reached through the NASP website, or NIASP website for that matter. Here's Dr. John Grudel. Dr. John Grudel gives us a presentation in this. Simply, if I want to talk to John Grudel and maybe I consult further with him, instead of a time to consult further with him, for him to come out to my district, and that can be arranged outside the book, I can do that. I simply click on John Grudel's email address, and it will take me right to it. Okay? Now I can't reach that from here, but point being is that, if I click on it, I'm going to get John Grudel, just like this. And it's going to bring it up, and I'm going to easily email him from Office or Outlook. Okay? Now, let's just say I need a little bit more guidance than what the book is offering me. And the greatest thing about this ebook/application is that it's an ongoing reference. All right? It's an ongoing source of information. So I simply go here. I'm going to click home. All right? So I click home. And it's going to take me to the home page, right? And I know that up here, it's going to take me to the Nuts and Bolts web page. And the Nuts and Bolts web page is just not to promote the book. The Nuts and Bolts web page is there to provide additional resources for you who have purchased the book. So at the end of this book, you have a customized password to each book, and you can log in to the Nuts and Bolts website, like I'm going to do right now. I'm going to click on it, all right? I'm going to touch it, right? And when I touch it, it is going to bring up the Nuts and Bolts website. And now the Nuts and Bolts website's here, right? And I need a little bit more support with multi-tiered systems support, and I need more charts and some more guidance. Well, you have access to that. You click on the exclusive section, which is the section where your password is usually entered, right? You click on that, and it will take you through what you do to get exclusive documents. So anyway, you go to the exclusive section, and in this section, I'm going to enter my password in, and what I would see is additional video guidance. I'd see possibly additional flowcharts, printouts for the flowcharts that are maybe from the ebook/application and from the PDF versions, and additional ongoing support. So this is not just going to stop with this book. The additional documents are going to be added, additional videos are going to be added, and you're going to get that right here through our website for Nuts and Bolts. Now, with that being all said, I want to touch upon that this book comes in 3 versions, and the one version that it comes in is obviously the PDF version, which is my favorite version. It's easy to navigate for me. Everything is just laid out so beautifully that we've done such a good job with it, and just touching and grabbing resources. That's just the best version for me. But there is also an ebook version, and I'll show you that in just a second. But I think that it's worthy to note that, let's just say I need to propose some interventions for response to intervention, and I don't know where to go for those, and I don't have the time to do that as a teacher. All I'm going to do is I'm going to simply click on this, and it's going to provide me resources and interventions for chronic absenteeism. So it's going to go down, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to click on, let's just say, does our district have a systematic approach to chronic absence? I'm going to click on that. It's going to give me that evidence-based intervention. All right. So I click on it, and it's going to take me right to it. All right, there it is. It's right there, right at my fingertips. Again, let's demonstrate that one more time through maybe response to intervention. All right. So I'm going to go back, right? I'm going to go home. I'm going to click my home button. All right. And I'm home. All right. And let's just say I need some interventions for response to intervention for reading or what have you. I'm going to go right here, and I am going to go to, let's see here. Let's go to how long should data collection occur, because I know that's the closest section to what I'm going for. Oops, I clicked on something on accident. So anyway, I'm going to go down. It's going to take me through the RTI process, and I clicked on something accidentally again. But here's your response to intervention websites where you can grab whatever you need for curriculum-based measurement, best practices, RTI and identification toolkits. You can just simply click, let's just say I want RTI, specific learning disability determination worksheet. I click, and it's going to take me right there. Also, what I've included in this book that I should note is that there is suicide-based interventions and supports, and there is also evidence-based interventions and supports for social-emotional concerns, because that is very difficult for anybody to look up, and I've put them down by tier, and I'm going to show you that right now. So simply I'm going to click here. I'm going to go to home. I'm going to go to my social-emotional multi-tiered support section. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an overview of social-emotional programs. So I'm going to click that right now. And it's going to take me through the 3 tiers of social-emotional support. So here's PASS. It's a tier 1 intervention. And then I have my tier 2 and tier 1 interventions that can be used for students who are experiencing social-emotional deficits. And then I have tier 2. And then I have my tier 3 interventions listed and outlined for me. And I can go, and if I want more information regarding these regarding these programs, I simply click, and it'll take me to the program itself. So this is how it goes, and I'm going to click here. And it's going to bring it up, download site for depression and youth treatment prevention programs right there for you. Now, as I said before, and I was trying to get into it, but I wanted to include some more information. This book comes in several versions. My preference is the PDF version. For me, that's easiest, but if you are an ebook reader and you really want more of an ebook rather than an application or a program, we have that available too. And that looks like this. So here's the book, and I go back, and this is the ebook version right here. And it's got the same information, the same documents, and it moves forward with that. So that's my ebook version of it. And it'll give you the charts and tiers, and it'll link you to the website just as the PDF version does. But again, I want to stress to you that this is not just a book or an ebook. This is an application/program. So folks, thank you for listening. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate everything you've done. I hope that you enjoy the book. I hope that you purchase the book, and I hope we can move forward from there. Thank you, and good night.